rapid Islamization of Iberian Peninsula in the first half of the 8th century, within 100 years of its origin in faraway Arabia, had a crucial role in genesis of Spain and Portugal. During Prophet Muhammad period, the majority of the Arabian Peninsula was brought under the firm grip of Islam by unifying scattered Arab tribes and converting them in whirlwind war machine. In the beginning, under the first four caliphs, the decaying colossal Sasanian Empire vanished, and with the fall of the Jerusalem, the Byzantine Empire was weakened beyond recovery. By 750 in East, Islam reached at Hera, at the doorstep of India, and in West up to Tripoli in Africa, after overrunning Egypt and pausing for a while due to defying Berber tribes. Later Umayyad caliphs scored a new height in territory expansion, bringing Maghreb, the west end of Africa, and expanding in Central Asia up to Samarkand. In April 711, a new course of Islamic conquest commenced in the backyard of Europe. Tariq ibn Ziyad, the Berber commander, and his 7,000 plus cavalry forces under the banner of Umayyad governor of Maghreb, Musa, crossed the narrow strait between Africa and Europe and debarked in Visigoth kingdom at the foothills of a mountain which was later named after him, Gibraltar. Jabal-e-Tariq, that is mountain of Tariq. Soon in the legendary Battle of Guadalete, July 711, Tariq won a decisive victory over Visigoth, killing the unpopular king Roderick and capturing the capital Toledo. Later, Musa, amused with the Tariq's success, crossed the strait with his Arab troops and joined the winning strait. And in a series of swift conquests, in a very short period, Arabs overran the whole Hispania and entered France, reaching 150 miles close to Paris. Incidentally, further advancement of Muslim was intercepted in the Battle of Poitiers on 10th October 732, where Charles Martel defeated the Umayyad forces, killing Abdul Rahman al-Ghafiqi, the Governor General of Al-Andalus, and full stopping the jihad in Western Europe, relieving Christianity from annihilation. Islamic conquest of the Iberian Peninsula was super fast and swift, but the emplacement of new Islamic order in Christian Iberia was a complex process which took more than 2 centuries in maturing, during which Islamic Al-Andalus emerged as a distinct Muslim character called Hispanic Islam or Spanish Islam, having its own system, culture and fame. In 750, in fierce conflicts, Abbasid of Baghdad, the new caliphates, replaced Umayyad of Damascus and butchered all the remnant clan of Umayyad in the famous banquet of blood at Palestinian town of Abu Futrus, where they were gathered on the call of clemency and reconciliation. However, one Umayyad prince of Berber origin, Abd al-Rahman, escaped earlier and was leading a fugitive life in Africa with constant threat from Abbasid. In the turmoil, he sensed an opportunity in the old Umayyad province of Al-Andalus, and on the call of the rival Yemeni chief of Andalusia, the 25-year-old tall and handsome prince landed in the Iberian Peninsula at Al-Munikar on 15th August 756. Under the aura of the great Umayyad lineage, he further managed to gain the support of other significant rival Andalusian commanders, and after a brief stay at Malaga, proceeded to take over Seville without a fight. Thereafter, in the Battle of Mushara, just outside the gate of Cordoba, he defeated the Syrian governor Al-Fahiri and became the Emir of Cordoba. This started a 200 years of Muslim domination in Al-Andalus, centered at Cordoba. Most of the emir's energy was consumed in overcoming internal revolts, threats from northeastern frontiers, mainly Zaragoza and Barcelona, and subduing external threats, especially from Abbasid Caliphate and its associates. Abd al-Rahman, a man of great energy and abilities, established the independent kingdom in Al-Andalus with an orderly government, laying the foundation of future greatness of Cordoba. Besides unifying Al-Andalus, he is also remembered for building the magnificent Great Mosque of Cordoba, with breathtaking horse-shoe double-arched mihrab, stunning dome with infinity drawing and mascura, in line with the Great Mosque of Damascus. The initial successor of the first Emir of Cordoba were able administrator, and with the reconciliation and iron hand they steered the course further. But later cracks were started developing under the pressures of a nearby Christian kingdom, Leon, and the rival Fatimid Caliphate, and also with internal rebellions. However, in 912 the state of affairs reversed completely when Cordoba came under the rule of a remarkable talent, Abd al-Rahman III, who inherited the emirates directly from his grandfather, who selected him as a successor instead of his father or uncles. Ascending the thrones at the age of 20, the handsome, blue-eyed and light-haired prince was of mixed blood, the son of a Frankish mother and grandson of a Basque princess. His origin and temperament brought together the conflicting racial element together by giving them freedom to practice their own religions. Through a combination of firm military leadership and political wiles, Abd al-Rahman III was able to suppress his rival parties and solidify his rule over Al-Andalus, including the Muslim-held territory in North Africa. Further, with his stunning campaigns in north and death of some of his major rivals in west, he was successful in re-establishing Cordoba unity and stability as well as Muslim hegemony over the neighboring Christian states. In 929, taking the advantage of the prosperity of Al-Andalus, rivaling not only Abbasid of Baghdad and the Fatimid of Ifriqiya, but also equalizing himself with the Byzantine of Constantinople, Abdul al-Rahman III reasserted the ancient right of his Umayyad clan and declared himself the Caliph, thus enhancing the political and religious standing of Cordoba and himself. This was the golden period of Muslims al-Andalus, with cosmopolitan Cordoba emerging as thriving trading city with gold dust from Sahara and slaves from all over the world. Even the Holy Roman Empire had good relations with Cordoba, as they called it the ornament of Europe. The 10th century proved to be an era of unrivaled splendor in the history of Iberian Islam. Furthermore, to reinforce the divine authority of Caliph, he built a radiant imperial white massive palace cum administrative complex called Medina al-Jahara near the base of the Cordoba hillside, with the Caliph's palace at the highest point, and was designed to be seen by the subjects and foreign ambassadors from kilometers. It was a dazzling piece of architectural work, not only to mesmerize the visiting kings and the ambassador, but also imitating heaven on earth, befitting the residence of the Caliph. However, the pomp and show didn't last long, and soon in the civil war of 1010, it was ransacked, destroyed, and abandoned. The splendidness of the palace complex can still be felt in some of its ruins excavated in 1911. In the northern cold desert region of the Iberia, Caliph Abd al-Rahman III activities were minimal during the early years of his reign, as he was more occupied in establishing authority in lower and upper middle areas of Al-Andalus. In this backdrop, Christian kings of Asturias quietly consolidated and expanded around the Douro River. Subsequently, in 924, a strong and unified Christian kingdom of Leon was founded, which started playing a significant role against the Caliphate. Therefore, to subjugate them, Caliph Abd al-Rahman III led a massive military campaign against Leon in 939. But in the Battle of Simancas, King Ramiro II of Leon defeated the Andalusian and almost killed the Caliph. That setback has a profound effect not only in paving the further Christian expansion but also diminishing the influence of the Caliphate. This was the last campaign of any caliphate as a military leader. After the death of Caliph Hakam II in 976, his wife Sub, in alliance with the triumvirate Chamberlain al-Musafi, Wazir ibn Abi Amir and General Ghalib, made her minor son the Caliph. But the Wazir ibn Abi Amir, better known as Al-Manjur, emerged smarter and quickly eliminated the two and made himself the military leader come dictator, confining the Caliph as a symbolic head to his Al-Jahra palace. Al-Manjur, though a scrivener by profession, but with his military skills surprised and ravaged the Christian Iberia with his famous 57 campaigns, including the burning of Barcelona in 957. However, his more notorious deed was razing the Church of Santiago in deep southwest Galicia and bringing the bells as a memento for the Cordoba Masjid. The death of Al-Manjur in 1002 initiated the fast pace of the collapse of the dominant caliphate, completely ending in 1032. Cordoba was broken in numerous Taifa states of Arabs, Berbers, and Iberian Muslim commanders in line with